The Fire Within. In a magical land called Velmira, dragons flew above the mountains and clouds. Long ago, dragons and people were friends. They shared the sky, the fire, and the land. But peace ended when people became afraid. They said dragons were dangerous. They built tall walls. They pushed dragons away. Now, dragons lived high in the sky. People stayed on the ground, and both forgot how to trust. Only one group of people could speak to dragons. They were called the Firebonded, humans born with dragon fire inside them. But no Firebonded had been born for 300 years, until now. A simple boy. In a quiet valley near the forest, a 14-year-old boy named Kael lived on a small farm. He helped his father feed animals, plant seeds, and carry water. He never left the valley. He had never seen a real wizard. He had never even seen a dragon. But every night, Kael had strange dreams. In the dreams, he saw flames dancing on his hands. He heard a deep voice calling, "Kael, come find me." He woke up with his heart beating fast. Sometimes his hands felt warm like fire. The fire appears. One cold evening, Kael helped his father light the fire in the kitchen. The wood was wet. It wouldn't burn. Kael stared at the wood and thought, "Please, just light." Suddenly, whoosh! Flames rose from the wood. His father stepped back. "Kael, what did you do?" "I didn't touch it," Kael said. "It just started." His hands glowed red like burning coal, but they didn't hurt. That night, Kael's father opened a wooden box under his bed. Inside was a silver ring and an old letter. The letter was from Kael's mother. She had died when he was a baby. It said, "If Kael shows fire, take him to the Tower of Elden. He is fire-bonded. The dragons will know what to do." The Tower of Elden. Kael packed food and clothes. He said goodbye to his father and left the farm. He walked across hills and crossed rivers. After 2 days, he reached the Tower of Elden, a tall stone tower hidden in the clouds. Inside, he met Master Lyron, an old wizard with white robes and sharp blue eyes. "You saw fire in your hands?" Lyron asks. Kael nodded. "Then your journey begins." For 1 week, Kael trained at the tower. He learned to hold fire, shape it, and not fear it. He practiced day and night. He also learned the old stories. Every fire-bonded had a dragon, a bond that connected their hearts and minds. But to find your dragon, you had to call it. The Dragon's Voice. On the 7th night, Lyron gave Kael a glowing crystal. "Hold this under the full moon," he said. "Call with your heart. If your dragon is near, it will hear you." Kael climbed to the top of the tower. He held the crystal in both hands. "I don't know who you are," he whispered to the sky, "but I hear you. Please, hear me too." The wind grew quiet. The stars shimmered. Then the crystal glowed bright orange. Far away, a roar echoed across the sky. Clouds broke apart, and from the light came a huge silver dragon. A dragon band. The dragon landed gently on the tower roof. Its eyes glowed gold. Its wings were as wide as a ship. Kael stepped forward. The dragon spoke inside his mind. "You are the one. I have waited." "I'm ready," Kael said, his voice shaking. They touched Kael's hand to the dragon's snout. A swirl of fire rose around them. Their thoughts became one. They shared memories, feelings, and strength. "I'm Aurex," the dragon said. "Your fire is mine." From that moment, Kael could feel Aurex's heartbeat. He could speak with fire, he could ride through the sky. He was truly fire-bonded. A new danger. But peace did not last long. A black flag rose over the kingdom. A dark wizard named Vorak had stolen a dragon egg. He used dark spells to control its power. He planned to wake the Shadow Dragon, a creature of pure fire and rage. Master Lyran called Kael to the Tower Hall. "Only a fire-banded can stop him," he said. "You must go north before Vorak hatches the egg." Kael felt afraid. "But I'm just a farm boy." Lyran smiled. "So were many heroes. But now you are more." The journey north. Kael and Aurex flew north over rivers and forests. They passed villages covered in snow. People below looked up and pointed at the dragon. Some were afraid, but others smiled. They remembered the old times when dragons were friends. After 3 days, Kael saw it. The dark spire, Vorak's black tower. Storm clouds circled it. The air smelled of smoke. The final battle. Kael and Aurex landed on the highest balcony. Vorak stood waiting, holding the glowing dragon egg. "You are too late," Vorak said. "The Shadow Dragon will rise." "I won't let you hurt anyone," Kael said. He threw fire from his hands. Vorak blocked it with a wall of black smoke. They fought across the roof. Flames lit the sky. Magic cracked the stone. The egg began to glow brighter. Vorak laughed. "You cannot stop it." But Aurex roared and flew straight at him. Kael ran forward and touched the egg. He whispered, "Sleep, be free." The egg stopped glowing. Vorak screamed as his dark power faded. The tower shook. Kael and Aurex flew out just as it collapsed into dust. A new peace. Kael returned the egg to the Tower of Elden. He stood in the great hall, holding it carefully. Lyran smiled. "You have done what no one else could." Kael looked up. "I was never alone." Above the tower, other dragons began to fly again. People saw them and smiled. The Firebonded had returned. A new beginning. 1 week later, the egg hatched. A small dragon, golden and bright, looked up at Kael. It chirped and climbed onto his shoulder. He laughed. "Hello, little one." Aurex flew nearby. "We are not the last, Kael," he said. "We are the beginning." Kael looked at the sky. The world was changing. Magic was waking again, and fire was not something to fear. It was something to carry with hope, with courage, and with heart. The fire lives on. And so, in the land of Velmira, stories are told. Stories of a boy who walked into fire and came out strong. Of a dragon who flew not as a weapon, but as a friend. And of a band that burned brighter than fear. And when the wind is warm and the sky glows red, people say the fire within still lives.